installing the dryer in the RV. We got the washer in last week, and that was easy. It just slid right in there. The dryer, on the other hand, is a little more work. On this model, they installed USB ports on the outside of the wall, up there. And when they did that, they installed this cover. It goes floor to ceiling, and in doing so, they took what was 25 inches and made it 22 inches. And all the RV dryers are 24 inches. So that has to come out. I'm gonna have to measure that at the 27-inch height that we need for the dryer. Measure that, cut it, and then reinstall that piece. And then we can install the dryer vent at that location there. I have to just take a hole saw, cut through the side of the RV, install our hose, and then the dryer should slide right in after that. So it shouldn't be too hard. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. This is a 2019, and I don't know when they installed the USB ports, but for whatever reason they decided that floor to ceiling faux cover panel was a good idea. See, they added that panel just for those couple little wires there, and it's excessive. They have to go through all this work to put the dryer in. This dryer vent kit doesn't come with anything to seal the outside. It doesn't even have any directions to tell you to seal it, but I'm gonna put some silicone around there, just because I definitely don't want any leaks in an area that we won't be able to see it. Dryer is in place, installed, filters are in, it's all hooked up. Now the moment of truth. One thing I already don't like about this is the controls are on the bottom. It's kind of a pain in the butt, especially in here in the closet, but looks like it works. It's pretty quiet too. With the doors on the closet, you probably won't even hear it that much. Back out at the Connex today, install some vents on the roof. We're planning to put our freezer in here and turn it on, so I'd like to get some airflow in there. gets a little warm in the heat of the day inside there, so hopefully these vents will prevent that and maybe keep it a little bit cooler. They're called Connex Roof Blaster, and they're just a solar vent. Picked them up on Amazon. Gasket, hardware, and the solar powered vent. It fits right over top of the ribs, and just like that, it's already running. Just a little bit of sun gets it running. It's just a small little fan in there. I'm going to try to put one on sucking air out and one blowing air in hopes it'll act like to get some airflow movement. They recommend installing vents at the bottom of the container. I prefer not to do that in the future because we're not always going to use these for storage. I prefer not to drill more holes, so I'm hoping just putting them in the top will work. Guess we'll find out. So it looks like you actually have to install a grinder here. It hits down here. There's that little lip on the. So I'm gonna cut it out with a hole saw, and then I'll use a grinder to kind of clean it up and make it fit snug. It sits up a little bit with that piece there. So I use a hole saw for most of it, and then I'll use a grinder from there. It kind of looks like rain's coming in, so hopefully I can get this done before that happens. So we got it all installed. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I am going to cover it. I got the fast set silicone, so it says it's rainproof within a half hour. So I'm just going to throw a towel over it. It's just sprinkling. I'm not supposed to get a ton of rain, which is why I was doing this today. So the towel should help. Once this sets up for probably an hour, hour and a half, I'll come back and tighten up the bolts a little bit just to make sure it's snug and tight. But it looks pretty good. The silicone popping out the side, so hopefully it stays watertight, and we'll check on the inside. It should be working right now though. Here's what it looks like on the inside. The vent's already spinning. I'm not sold on these things doing all that much, honestly. That vent is tiny, or the fan is tiny. I'm also not sold on the price tag of these things. Hopefully I'm surprised, but at this point I'm not sure if it's worth it. She loves to wander.